throughout the course of this, like almost 2 weeks, we've touched on some spicy topics, right? But the point is, we should be able to disagree without being disagreeable, right? So it's okay to go there. And I go there. Remember when I told you, I know that I've done a good job if I've made you feel uncomfortable. Uncomfortable not with your ideas. Maybe challenge you to think just a little bit. So truth, it's a trigger for many. I work with mostly youth, some college, mostly now high school students. Narrative trumps truth, right? We talked about storytelling. Storytelling is wonderful, but don't give up on truth.
There was a great movement in the 1980s by scholars to become more interdisciplinary, especially clinical, with regard to, well, what does the brain do? What does the brain want? What makes the brain happy? What makes the brain work? If we're talking about engaging brains all day. And it seemed like a no-brainer, as it were, but it really had not always been. People just did what had always been done to and for them, right? And we tend to teach the way we were taught. That's fine, except when I used to go around the world talking to educators, I would say the problem with that is that we are the survivors of teacher-centered instruction. We're the ones who did well. We could do school, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't have the diplomas and degrees.
325 AD, which is the Council of Nicaea, that's where Christian nationalism, in my view, began. That's where the connection between church and state happened at the Council of Nicaea. And most Christians would say it was a wonderful conference. That's where we declared, who Christ was theologically, but mixed into that conference was deep anti-Judaism and deep anti-Semitism. It's where Christianity basically started its own gig and broke away from its Jewish inception. And truly, in the first place, it seemed to everyone a most unworthy thing that we should follow the custom of the Jews in the celebration of this holiest solemnity, Passover, who polluted wretches, having stained their hands with a nefarious crime, deicide, by the way, are justly blinded in their minds. It is fit, therefore, that rejecting the practice of this people, we should perpetuate to all future ages the celebration of the rite in a more legitimate order and have nothing in common with this hostile rabble of Jews.
And that's why I believe these courses are so important, and this global approach from different directions of antisemitism, trying to understand common ground for all these types of hatred, and how we are building our common ground to challenge it simultaneously. If we are not challenging anti-Semitism in all these forms simultaneously, you can never win this situation. So that's why these seminars are important, and I do hope that they are helpful. Thank you.